right, guys. So today we're changing it up a little bit on the podcast. We are going to do our board meeting so that everybody can see what that's like, and everybody gets an understanding of how the organization is run. Plus, we've got elections coming up at the end of the year. So I think it's a good way to get people not just familiar with how the process works, but also interested. Right? We need some. I think it's important that we're constantly refreshing the board so that we continue to move this thing forward in the right direction with everybody's feedback and ideas. So, welcome to the board meeting. I will start. I'm going to call the board meeting to order September 13th. Today is Wednesday, 3 p.m. We're at Ambra Restaurant. Thank you, Ambra, for hosting us. Roel, can you start the prayer, please?
Yes. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for every single person here, God. I ask you to continue to bless this organization, continue to give us wisdom to lead this organization in a way that honors you, and bless every single one of our builders, our partners. In your name we pray, Jesus. Amen.
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 Serby, can we do roll call?
Roll call. Ronnie,
Here.
Roel,
Here.
Sergio, here. Mr. B,
Right here.
Efrain,
Here.
Julio,
Present.
Servando, here. Mario.
Here.
Everybody's here.
Okay, so we've got quorum. Let's get the party started. I will start with the Mr. Gonzalez home. I just want to report, and I know everybody knows this already, but the house is done. It was a 2-year project for us that we all jumped on board when we heard about the incident and Mr. Gonzalez losing his home in a fire. I just want to thank everybody for contributing. I want to thank the board for approving it and moving forward on it. It was a big task. It was at the time we had just kind of finished putting together our mission statement, and it was fresh in our minds. And I think that the third part of the mission statement for us was to give back to the community, and this opportunity presented itself. And I'm just really grateful for the board voting on it and making this part of how we're giving back to the community. It took a little while. It was a big task. Putting a bunch of builders together and trying to build this thing without any money and just strictly donations was a little complicated. Mario doesn't come in and step up. This thing probably would still be going on, right? And so, board, thank you for voting on it. Mario, thank you for running it and overseeing it. We are done. We are completed.
Good.
He's happy. He's in his home. Moving forward, we still want to do this, these type of projects moving forward. We do want to give back to the community, and obviously, as a builder organization, that's what we do. We build stuff, right? So this is not the last one. It's going to be the first of many. We're just going to have to get better at it, right? I don't think that it's a 1-year project moving forward. I think it's going to be a 2-year thing. So I don't know what we'll do next year. I'd like to hold up on the next one until we vote a new chairman in. I know we got elections coming up for the executive board the following year, next December. And so I think that it should be something that the chairman gets to, spearhead. Yeah. That's just my opinion. Obviously, it's up to you guys and what we end up voting on. But and it's not up for vote right now. I'm just bringing it up to y'all's attention. And so anyway, I'm really proud that we got that done, man. So thank you all. Thank everybody in STBA, everybody that helped out, that contributed, that gave money, that gave material and labor and all that. Man, that's what it's all about. It really is. We should all be proud of that.
Great job.
We should all be proud of it.
Great accomplishment.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of it. So next topic, executive director. You got a couple things you got to talk about?
Yes, sir. So the first topic would be the gallery. Everyone here is pretty much aware of the conversation we had with the builders yesterday. about pushing the gallery. Now, I think it's only fair to ask everybody because I want everybody to be involved in it, right? With that being said, we only currently have 7 houses that have registered. Verbally, we're at 18, but we do have builders that are iffy on registering for the fact being they don't know if they're going to finish the project on time. Would love to know what you guys think. What would be the best for the organization? We have Paco saying that he believes that we should push it. He feels like it might be a little rushed. I did get a call from a builder yesterday and tell me that he thinks that we should listen to that, just for the fact that he's been doing it a lot longer than we have. But it's gonna be up for vote. You guys are gonna make the ultimate call on that. We'd love to know where you all at mentally with this.
Who do we have so far? Who's on board?
So we have Mr. V, we have CJE, we have Structure, we have Cesar, we have Arriba Homes. Total 7.
Have you contacted all builders,
Yes, sir.
and did they give you a day that perhaps they prefer?
Most of them told me that if we can give them an extra month and a half, that they would be okay with that. The problem is that most of these builders are building custom homes, so that is what's delaying the process. It's not so much on the spec realm right now.
Right now,
From
we're
what I've-
October what?
We're at October 8th,
8th, and then the following weekend's
the 14th.
October 8th and 14th is
Yes,
what
sir.
we're currently
Estimate.
scheduling.
Yes, sir.
May I say something?
Yeah, of course.
The other builders that are interested in putting a house, have you contacted them and perhaps get an idea how much time they need?
Yes, sir. One told me, like Mr. Cordova, Robert Cordova, his wife runs their construction company. They want to compete. They wouldn't be able to compete in October. She herself said that if she had an extra month to prepare for it, that she would be able to finish the house and be able to compete. So I'm thinking that if we can give them a month, that we could get a little bit more of entries in there.
So you'll be getting a month and a month and a half.
Yeah, between a month and a half.
So y'all think what, first week of December?
Paco was pushing for December 2nd.
Or first week?
How do you guys feel about that? Once December hits, I feel like once November hits, actually, once Thanksgiving hits,
Yeah.
Everybody slows down, right, and checks out.
And you got a lot of
Vacation.
vacations.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the in-laws. I'm going to go travel.
Yeah,
I think we keep it in October. Okay. If we need to push it at a later date in October, that'd be
2
great.
weeks, just push it 2 weeks.
I'm going to vote for whatever the majority people want, the builders, right? But if we already have 7 people, what we need to do is take them into account because they paid, right? And we just need to get some feedback because I know Mr. Villanueva, your brother, he's going to put some. I know that. I know Triple R is going to put one.
Right.
There's a couple of people that are just haven't pulled the trigger, but they're going to put one.
yeah.
And it being part of the Parade of Homes many years also, it's always an issue, right? Especially if you got custom homes. There's going to be things missing, you know what I mean? And deadlines might not be met because that's the construction industry. So we just got to be aware of that and be okay with them promoting it. And it's their product. If they can sell it, they could sell it. At the end of the day, we're just trying to sell some homes and expose what we have under our roof.
Do we have a list of who? I know you gave me a list of who's on board now. Do you have a list of who has committed verbally?
Yes, sir. I had sent the list on the group chat, but I could resend it to you all this afternoon if you like. I could probably send it right now.
Can we just talk about it? Scott, we got people listening in, so.
We'll go through
Why don't we
WhatsApp.
push it back to
And anybody listening in, guys, please chime in on Facebook. We really, this organization at the end of the day is an alliance. It is not mine. It is not anybody here's. It is an alliance, right? And so we encourage everybody's feedback. At the end of the day, it's for all of us, right? And so whatever's good for the whole is good for us.
We did have some builders yesterday say that. I mean, the guys that have already registered, they were saying they were like, "We don't want you to push it." You know?
God damn, that's a big iPad.
there's always going to be for and against, right? We got to understand that.
Yeah, we're not gonna make everybody happy, but I think if we do the best for the most,
Can I say something? I think that one thing
There you
that I
go.
would like to have from the director, Mario,
Yes, sir.
is that whenever we're going to discuss an item, I think it'd be best if you have more detailed information and dates. Like if we have something that we can look at and we can say, this builder wanted so many weeks, this one,
Yeah.
that way give us a better picture. We may not keep every builder happy. Perhaps we cannot wait a month and a half and we're going to lose one, but like it gives us
majority.
an idea.
Yeah.
If we have a chart showing how much time they need to complete, and then perhaps you might be leaving one out, but not everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And also taking into consideration that ones already have the house done and ready to go, and
Right.
perhaps they're not going to have those houses available a month from now. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Our position in Via Homes, we have the two houses ready to go. They're furnished, all that, and we don't have a client right now, so we're good as far as waiting. But it's really about the majority, how they feel.
Right.
I know there was a number that Paco wanted to get to
15.
15.
Yes,
so,
sir.
So we want to be in that number safe.
which is
Yes.
very very doable, considering the commitments that we have. But at the end of the day, obviously, it's nothing set in stone until they actually register.
Yeah.
Can we call some of these people? I mean, our board meeting, we've got a few more items. We've got time. Can we talk to some of the builders that are interested in coming on board,
texting Robert
especially
right
the ones that have multiple ones, because that'll get us to 15
If we do,
pretty
look, I'm
quickly.
looking here at the calendar. Sure, I made a point. My opinion, my humble opinion, I think if we do the first week, the first Saturday and Sunday, which will be the 4th and 5th of November, and 11, 12, because I know that following weekend everybody goes on vacation.
Yeah.
All the kids do. They get a whole week.
Yeah.
So if we do like an 11, a 4, 5, 11, 12,
Mm-hmm.
that might work. In
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, it just
Before
depends who we're
that,
waiting on.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You know what? I could even put a house in.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a house,
nice.
The one that you helped, the one that we're building.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah, yeah.
remember?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
real pretty home.
Let
I
me
could
let
put
me
that
write
one in.
let me write down Roel
There
here.
goes one more.
Commitment.
November 11th. It would be 4th and 5th, and then 11, 12
Yeah. Cool.
before the vacation.
I could use the extra time as well, because I still need to furnish mine. So, who you calling, Eddie? Eddie Bale.
He was one that told me he needed extra time too. That he's building a spec in Alamo.
Oh, he's doing spec?
Yeah, he's doing a spec in Alamo. So he would be competing with that.
Sergio, you got one in?
I got that fourplex.
You're already in, right?
Almost.
Dan's gonna get one from
Yes, sir.
Domain
Domain's
for
gonna do one.
fourplex.
Yes.
You see,
That's-
but
that would be
write,
8.
write those down that
Roel would be 8
from the
Dan.
people that we have already and the people that are going to commit to it
What do you
verbally.
think, November, the first 2 weekends in November?
For me, it's fine. I mean, I guess we're gonna be a little flexible in the event that or in my case, if I would sell the house,
You have
one
some
of
time
those
of-
two homes, then I can always use another home that is ready to go.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be an issue with us, as long as we will check to see what day do we have to change the address
Yes, sir.
at the last minute, because we do have other homes that we can include, but of course we have two in particular in mind that we want to put. My concern would be that when the other people are there selling their homes, and would they be able to wait
Because
until
I know I
November?
spoke to Alex from Treasure Builders, and he's like, "Bro, I'm already finishing it, and this person wants to move in the home,
Yeah.
so he might not even be able."
So
there's
you
some
have that.
customs
You
like
have that.
you know.
Yeah, we don't want to lose some.
Right.
But him is like, I don't even know my customers, and they
Is,
give me.
but
a
as
week.
Treasure Builders, are they already committed? Are they part of the 7?
They're not
yet?
committed, no, sir.
Okay,
No.
all right.
'Cause he told me he spoke to you
Yeah.
about that.
He told me
scenario.
he had to get the permission from the client that he's building the house for
Gotcha.
before he
Okay.
can place
Yeah,
it in the
that's that
gallery.
scenario.
No.
Gotcha.
So, I mean,
We're gonna have a date today. We're voting on it. So just FYI, it's part of new business. We're voting on it.
yeah,
Hey,
and
We didn't do a treasure.
we would
report.
like to maybe also set a date for next year as well, so that therefore, like Mr. V said, like if we can get a little bit more of the data from builders.
Yeah.
Hey, where you at? Because I know that this is something we've been preaching this to builders in different meetings. It's not something that was just brought out of thin air. We've been preaching this. The last meeting that we had with CJE and Domain there in front of the airport, we talked about the gallery. Remember that?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've been talking about it. But that's life, right? We just got to make sure that we put everything into perspective and we pull the trigger. We got to do it. I mean, sometimes not everybody's going to be able to, and that's every year.
Yeah,
Right.
That's every year.
Yeah, I would like to give people the opportunity.
There's
Look,
Eddie.
here's Eddie Bayo.
Can you put him on speaker?
Yeah, Eddie.
What's up, brother?
Hey, big man, you're on speaker. We're
On the
having
podcast.
we're on the podcast. So I don't know if you want to say hi to the world.
What's
We
up, everybody?
we currently have about 2 million listeners.
2 million. Why so little?
It's early, bro.
Hey, Eddie, we're discussing the gallery, and we're just giving you a call because we want to know. We're giving people a call that have suggested in pushing the gallery, and we just want to see if we do push the gallery, would it be something that would benefit you, and if it didn't, would it not benefit you? We just want to get your point of view on it.
Yeah, man. So really quick, like I have a spec that I can probably be able to squeeze into if we keep the original date, or preferably late October.
Okay, nice.
How
Right,
does
that would work.
and November 11th work for you, Eddie?
November 11th.
November 4th and November first 2 weekends of November.
Yeah. So any time between late October, early November, I have a spec.
Okay. Can we? Is that a commitment? What percentage of commitment is that?
To enter the gallery.
For what?
Would you be able to commit to the gallery if we do move the date? That's the-
80% sure, 90% sure.
No, if we do it late October, especially late October, even the first week of November, I would say 95% in.
Awesome.
I mean, I'll put a spec in there.
Okay.
I'm finishing it up, as a matter of fact, late this month,
Okay.
right? So I know I can sit on it. Obviously, with the market, right, it's probably going to sit for a month or 6 weeks at least, right? So that's why I can definitely put a spec in there.
Okay.
Nothing.
Better.
It's nothing fancy, you know what I mean? It's just a spec I'm doing out in Donna, but to contribute and be part of this gallery, then I'd be willing to put this spec in there.
Awesome, bro.
Perfect.
That's good. No, we appreciate that. That would put us at 10.
Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling me back. I'll give you a call after your podcast, brother.
We'll decide on the date on the podcast today. So we'll confirm that.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Eddie. Thank you.
Later, bro.
Late October.
Hey, Robert, you're about to go live on the podcast. Putting you on speaker now. Hey, Robert Cordova.
Yes. Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good, good.
Hey, real quick, if we were able to push the STBA gallery to November 4th and November 11th, the first 2 weekends in November, do you think y'all could bring a home in?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'd be happy to do it. We'd be excited to do that. Heck yeah.
Who's that, Robert?
Yeah.
Robert.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cordova.
Perfect. Your house 11.
What percentage of
You're
commitment?
committed 99%. You think you could have something done by then?
Man, I think we can be at 100%. Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay.
You're the man, Robert.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate all your help,
Anybody
bro.
needing Mortgages, Robert from Willow Bend, Robert Cordova.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so
Get it.
much.
Thank you, Robert.
Appreciate it, bro. FYI, Robert is head of the gallery committee, and he's been contributing quite a bit of time and
Mr.
effort.
Reese.
We appreciate that.
You're live on the podcast. We're calling different builders that are currently having a project under construction. We're giving these guys, everybody, a call to see if it would benefit them if we would push the gallery to the first weekend of November, the first weekend of November, and the second weekend of November.
Personally, for me, it would, because I am not able to finish my sixplex by the time that the gallery is set right now. But that's just me.
Yeah.
It would benefit me because I wanted to be part of it. The only thing is, it was too short. I didn't have enough time to get on it.
Ruben, we want you part of it, brother, and that's what we're gonna vote on today. We're gonna adjust the dates. If we move it to the beginning of November, what's your level of commitment? 90%?
It's 100%.
That's 12. That's 12. 100%.
I miss TBA 100%, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Ruben.
We appreciate you, Chingos.
Thank you, Mr. Reese.
Thank you, Ru.
Thank you.
That's 12. I don't think it'll be a problem getting more than no matter. I motion to. Where's Julio?
Hold on. We're that's not new business yet.
Oh, it's not new business?
Not new business yet.
Sorry, guys. Don't jump the gun like that.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're at 12, Julio.
Roel's running for commissioner, by the way, so he's got to hurry up and leave and kiss babies and shake hands and stuff. we support you 100%, bro.
Thank you, guys. It means the world.
Of
A
course.
lot of y'all. Thank you, Mr. Renoir, Julio.
I think you'll make a badass impact over there at Alamo.
Oh yeah.
Who else we got, Mike?
10 Oak. Let's call 10 Oak. Yeah, 1 Oak. I always say 10 Oak, bro. I'm so sorry. The other day, Julio correct me. He's like, no, it's not 10.
I don't know where you get
I'm
one.
like, well, it's because it looks like a 10.
Well, there's a 1 in there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
My dyslexia is real.
Who we calling?
Efren.
Who else do we need to call? So we'll start making the calls on our end. So
Hello. Hi. Is Efren available?
He's not at the moment, but this is his office manager. Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. We were just calling in reference to the Gallery of Homes. If he could give me a call back, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Mario Guerrero with STBA.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye-bye.
Mario doesn't have a cell.
I don't what?
You don't have a cell phone number.
What number was that?
The office, I guess?
I thought it was his. I text with that number all the time.
Mr. Lopez will put one in.
Who are you communicating
Mr.
with?
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Ale?
Call Mr. Lopez because he originally had told me.
What number was it?
Guzman.
Oh, Victor. No, I think you could get the 15
In the
man.
minutes.
I think we'll get it.
I think you'll surpass it.
So for the sake of time frames, right
We're at
now,
12. Yeah.
let's just vote
Yeah. Let's do
on
that.
the date so that we can move forward on this.
So do we
I'm
wait
with
to
you.
new business or?
Not yet. Let's talk about. We'll move on. We'll move on then. Mario, membership, bro. How are we doing on membership and membership dues?
Membership dues and memberships. So memberships, the highest that we have seen. We are at 148 different companies at the moment, and we do have another 4 that have
Just
registered.
single
And we're just waiting on payment confirmations to go through before we add them to the chats.
Okay.
Yes. Well, you threw me off. Memberships, builders, partners. Everybody seems to be really interested in working with us, and everybody wants to be a part of SCBA and go ahead and get builders together to show their products. We do have a company coming in from Harlingen that focuses on carpet replacement, carpet placement, vinyl flooring. We do have another company coming in that is a granite company out of Donna. They've been working on trying to get in, but it took the girl a little bit of a time to convince her father to come in. We have 2 new builders that are coming in. I won't mention their name because I don't want to jinx it, but they already have the applications filled out. They just need to make the payment. They're good builders. They're big builders here in the valley.
Nice.
I think that overall we're doing really well with memberships, and we're doing very well. I don't know if Mr. Efren's ready for a treasury report. I can go ahead and give a report on that. Right now, the current balance in the account for STBA, we're at $64,168 with the current standing. That is not including the new dues that are coming up. A bunch of people are asking, "Hey, what's going on? Everybody's dues coming up at the same time," and the answer is yes. When everyone decided to join SCBA, the auto payment for QuickBooks was established around this time of the year. So there's a lot of new dues that are coming up. Everyone's getting a friendly reminder through text message that letting them know, hey, your due's coming up in 5 days, or hey, you're 1, 2, 3 days past your due. But we do have dues that are coming up. The new year's about to the year's about to end. The new year's about to start. So it will be a new period for the STBA. The account is solid. We currently have everything that we previously owed paid off. So we are in good standings with everything right at the moment.
Awesome.
So we're in good standings.
Good job, Mario.
Financial health is
Yes.
good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good.
Efren, you want to add anything to that? Efren, our treasurer.
Yeah, I mean the main thing was we had a couple of pending items from previous dues that we had from the CPA and some attorney fees, and we did get that cleared up relatively recently. But the good thing is that we are in good standing in everything
With
So,
everybody.
Very
yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Good job, Ethan.
Good to hear, man. Good job, guys. Just to put this out there for everybody listening, membership dues are truly what runs a nonprofit organization.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We need that, right? And so there's a huge benefit to STBA, and we moving forward as a board, end of the year next year, I really want to concentrate on how to bring light to the benefits. I know 1,000% that there's a huge benefit there. It's way beyond its membership due. I see it for myself. The relationships that I've been able to build, the access to information, the access to sub numbers, all those things. If you started this business like I did with nothing, you know that this is a huge benefit, and so I hope everybody sees that. Obviously, we're not going to be here. We're not an organization for everybody. We're an organization for the people that believe in what we're doing. We're an organization that believe in working together, and we're an organization for people that see the value in what the alliance provides. I corrected myself in saying we, because it's not the board, right? We're not selling anything. It is an alliance. It is the sum of the whole. It's what everybody contributes that makes it valuable, right? If you don't contribute, you're not going to see a benefit, right? So I just want to throw that out there.
And to piggyback on that, I think for anybody to see the true benefit, you really have to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So you have
And you
to
gotta
put
be
your
active.
time. You have to put a little bit of effort. You got to put a little bit of legwork. Just because you pay a due, miraculous things are going to happen. You have to be a part of it. Attend the meetings, attend the workshops, attend as much as you can. If you're a partner and you want to host a workshop or promote your product, you have to do it. I mean, and we have pretty good attendance every time we have a workshop. So you have to be a part of it to really see the benefit.
I'd like to quantify that, right? Just some of us think a little bit differently, and numbers make more sense, right? Because plus and minus is very easy to factor. We learned arithmetic in elementary, and at the end of the day, numbers don't lie, right?
Right.
How many average sheets do we use in a house of OSB?
Depending on the size
What
of the
house? Your
but-
house or my house?
One average house. Average house.
concrete panel or brick.
1,800 square feet.
Did it
house.
include decking or just the floor?
Pinches payasos, todo. You know what I mean. All right, 1,800 square foot house living, 3 bedroom, 2.5 baths, plus a garage and a porch. Your standard home. How many sheets of plywood we're going to use?
I don't know on top of my head, to be honest.
250, 300, más o menos?
I was thinking
Más o
300.
menos. Let's call it 300. All right. 300. When we first started this organization, I remember one of the first conversations that we had on WhatsApp, on our chat. Somebody found plywood it was like $15 cheaper. Okay?
It's crazy. It was like 65 at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$15 cheaper. Okay? 300 sheets. Who can do the math on that? $4,500.
Easy.
One text. One guy,
One text.
one person, seen plywood at a certain location for $15 less. Right? If we do the math, what's our membership dues? $1,500.
You just paid your membership for the next 3 years.
You just paid your membership for the next 3 years. That's at a $15
For one house.
for one house. On one house.
One house.
on one line item.
One line item. man, if you don't see the benefit of this thing, that's okay.
On the builder side.
On the builder side, that's okay. But I do, and I'm going to continue to use that chat. I call at this point, man. I've got so many friends, and I say this all the time. I got so many friends that are builders that I got more builder friends than I have friends, and I make those calls directly at any given time. But for those of you that are jumping on board, man, that chat,
Use it.
use it. That's what it's for.
Use it.
That's one line item.
I
Okay,
li-
let's just
I like
say
to see
we
it.
find $5 cheaper somewhere, right? Times 300, that is your membership due for the year. Use it.
Yep.
I guarantee you we're giving benefit to chingos of builders.
I think the best, the one that I like to hear is the one where you said, Julio, was when you use the analogy of when you're buying tile and it says 99 cents.
Yeah.
But then you go back and you look at the tile and it was $1, not 99 cents. Then you were like, that 1 cent matters.
Oh yeah, and volume, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you gave that analogy, I was like, that's badass.
Yeah, it's a financial gain when you get that.
It's a game of pennies, right? And that's why Julio's doing so well. 1 penny in 1 million square feet.
Let me do the math. How much is that, dude?
10 G's, right?
10
That's a lot of
Gs.
money.
There you go.
That's a lot. That's
It's 1 penny.
$10,000. That is a bonus for somebody. That is a trip for you and your family. That is a first year at UT. Well, maybe not at UT, but UTRGV.
That's 2% commission for a realtor that sells $500,000 home.
That's 10 G's. That's 1 penny. Guys, seriously, the benefit is there. Just work it. You got to work it. So anyway, that's all I need to say about that.
Very good.
Yep.
We just need to be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, in getting some people to pay on time.
Yes.
It's important. And to rejoin, right? Because they don't pay, they're out.
Yeah.
They always come back.
Yeah.
They'll always come back, right? Because an organization opens doors.
I had
sure.
a builder tell me last week. He's like, Mario, no, pues he didn't see the benefit in it, right? I asked him, I was like, sir, I don't even know how you look like.
I don't know how you look.
So I was like, I don't even think I ever seen you in a meeting. He says, que no hago tiempo para ir. Okay.
Well, of course you're not going to get a benefit.
So
Of course not.
that's the
There's no
problem.
way.
So I can't keep talking to you and get you to understand what the benefit is because you're not putting your time. So it's like Ronnie said, you got to put the time.
Yeah.
You know, we can only present the door. You got to walk through it. I've had realtors that Nash. I was like, man, I love this. Why didn't I know about this before?
Yeah.
Like I love
Bro,
this.
but he chimes in.
And he chimes in.
He chimes in, and he you know, he's on the chat, and he makes comments here and there, right? And that's how you get known. That's how you brand yourself.
You know,
right? So for a realtor, that's important.
We talked about that when we were last week meeting impromptu.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about Arriva Homes had an open house. That was a great grand opening. It was a great turnout.
Great turnout.
Sergio was there. Mario was there. Ronnie was there. I was there. Jaime was there. Just to show support. And you never know. It's going to open up doors. Now, hopefully, Jaime can be selling some of their homes and we do some type of collaboration. But just to show support to your fellow builder and see what they got out there, it helps.
Yeah.
Of course,
It
it does.
really helps because you know what you're going up against. It's like, wow, I can't compete with that, right? I need to go to another subdivision or whatever the case is. Or you know what? I can compete with this very good. And you bring competition's great. You bring in crowds, you know, just like me and Marco Doria with Prestige. He's got his clientele, I got my clientele. Some people might not like my house and they'll like his and vice versa. So it's really good. The people that are on this chat are the people that are doing real estate for a living. If you're gonna be building one house, two houses, it's probably not the organization for you, right? Unless you got some disposable income. But if you are in the real estate business on the partner side or on the construction side in any type of level and you do it for a living, this organization is definitely for you. Guaranteed.
It is the only organization that is truly making efforts to grow, to be better, to benefit its members. That is the reality. We're active.
Very
And-
active.
And with that said, I think we should jump onto that.
Yeah, I was
because
reading that.
I'm down. Okay.
Once we're done here, right?
Anybody else on membership that wants to?
Well,
give
yes.
any input?
Before I saw the. Sorry to interject. I saw the list. There are some lists on there. Some people that have not paid. I think we need to, unfortunately, just get them out the chat. Reach out to them. Say, hey, what's going on? You know, why haven't you found value? Or how can we bring more value? We know the answer to that, and politely remove them from the chat and from our organization. But let's try to keep them on board, right? At the end of the day, we survive off of membership dues.
Yeah.
So it would be great like that.
Keep in mind, right? Energy costs money. Whether it's the gas that you're putting in your car or the human energy that we need to collect.
It is.
If we're gonna spend money in collecting, man, that's not money well spent. We don't need to do that, and I don't want the members that are paying for their membership for some of that money to be going to collecting. I am so
You
against
got
that.
you got to find the value yourself to want to
Yeah,
be in it.
I'm
But
so
no one
against
should
that.
beg you to do anything in this life.
Yeah.
If you don't find the value, pues you don't find the value.
Yeah.
The value the value of STBA is there by itself. I think that in the past year, STBA has flipped upside down. To be
I
honest.
agree.
I think that the presence that we have made, just go to our lunches.
Yep. 70, 80 people.
We got 96 people last time.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm offended.
My bad, shit. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. Everything's good. We're all doing great. The membership dues are coming in. But for those little outliers that, man, we don't want to be collecting. That's not what the organization is here for. The organization here is here to help everybody that's involved. So
True story.
Anyway.
True story. Before we get on to the next one,
Yeah.
I get people calling me and said, "Hey, I want to start building. I want to do this." I said, "Hey, join the organization." And I feel a little bad sometimes because they say, "No, pues échame la mano. ¿Qué hago aquí?" And I want to grow membership, so I said, "Join the organization." One guy got a little upset that I didn't want to help him out. In the true essence of wanting to help, I did want to, but I also wanted. I'm on the board. My job is to increase membership. So I said, join us. We'll help you as much as you want. And that guy wanted a freebie. He didn't want to join. He didn't believe in it. And he didn't want to pay, right? Little does he know, he would have paid $1,500, less headaches, more connections, faster build, better prices. Just like that. $1,500 would
and
have
the
been.
builder contract,
Yeah.
that right off the bat you get,
Yeah, so.
that has value.
Yeah. So if partners, builders, join us in the efforts to increase our membership and grow it, because with numbers is where we can really make a difference.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We got a chairman like Ronnie. I mean, shit.
You all have been around.
One thing I do want to say that you sparked up is partners. Right, you guys know some of the good builders out there that maybe we don't know.
Yeah,
right.
You're right.
And if you know a good builder that can contribute and be a good asset to the organization, sponsor him.
Sponsor them.
Sponsor him. It benefits everybody. If we are all learning how to be better at what we do, you sponsor him. That just helps the entire organization. So I'm throwing that out there. If anybody's willing to
Thank you,
sponsor a
Ronnie.
builder, let it go.
There you go. Next on the agenda.
National recognition.
What does that mean?
Hey, I actually ran into Monica on Saturday.
How's that? I contacted her. She told me that I actually wanted to get her on the podcast. And she told me that we had to give her a lot more time. She's like,
She told me her earliest availability for us. Because I told her I sit on this board, and obviously I was wearing my Alamo 2023 out to her political event. Said her earliest that she wants to help us, but her earliest availability is January for us to get on her schedule.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to refrain from commenting on politics, right? But, let's try to do that.
Yeah, I told her, hey, I'll talk to Mario because I knew we were going to have our board meeting. And Karen,
Yeah.
she said she has your number.
Yes.
She said, I guess, for y'all to set up a date for January.
We can respectfully decline that for now. We have another
Avenue.
We have another avenue. So part of the new business, since Ronnie's not here, is national recognition. National recognition means get recognized nationally. There is an organization here that gets recognized by the state and by the national, and we got to go knock on doors physically. If that's what we have to do, that's what we're going to do on Capitol Hill. And we got to go straight to national because they take care of everything. We've already done the research, and they're the end-all, be-all to that, right? So, Mario.
Mr. I was actually going to ask you, I've had people ask me what the importance is of being recognized nationally. Can you let people know what comes with being recognized nationally?
I might not have all the answers to what the benefits are to them, right? It depends who's asking the question. If you're a partner, some national corporations do not allow to give forth monies or sign up for any organization if you are not recognized on the national level.
Yep.
For the builder side, you get your vote on the state and national level, right? Because there are committees on the state level. There are committees on the national level. I don't know what these committees entail, but you are on a round table with different builders and partners around the state and around the nation. And time again, the Valley has no seat. As of now,
Zero.
The organization that is nationally recognized does not have the Valley as a voice on the state. You don't believe me? Call the state, call the national, and say, give me a list of your committees. Give me the list of the members on the committees. Nothing. Zero.
And they have full access.
100%.
So what a shame, right? Opportunity to be able to at least put RGV on the map at the state and national level with whoever is listening. It doesn't matter who, but these are all representatives that were voted in.
So the idea is, imagine we had a board, an organization with the board that we have that is as vocal, as energetic, as transparent, as enthusiastic as we are, to be able to sit down with members of Congress that are making laws that can make everybody's, who is he looking at? Oh, no wonder. No wonder.
The party's here.
The party's here. Yeah, so we have direct access to all that, right? Right now we don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents in that, but we can probably get that on another route, and if we don't get acceptance, we can definitely join. We can navigate other avenues.
Thank you, sir.
My bad.
Here, I'll pass them down for you. So you don't have to-
Yeah. National recognition, state recognition is extremely important, bro.
It is.
Man, I'm with you on that. So there's a few options, right? One, we've talked to our local representative to give us a voice up there and try to get us a meeting.
Yes, sir.
Didn't work yet.
Believe it or not, they closed the door on them. They basically they tried their best to get a meeting with the National Association, and they closed the door on them. They didn't give them the time of day.
Yeah. That's okay.
And it's fine. We're just the type of people that don't take no for an answer for what we want. So it's gonna come down to us going out there personally. We had a couple of things that were holding us back, like the construction of Mr. Gonzalez's home. We had to pay some debts. We threw a golf tournament that was very successful. We had people here that helped out a lot on that. Thank you so much. To clear up those things, because you can't go show face if you owe someone money, right?
Yeah,
so
taken care of.
we got to take care of our things first, and now that we've taken care of the things that we needed to, the gallery is next, and also going national. With that being said, I know I'm going to be spearheading this objective, and board members are as well. We're going to have to go to Washington and go show face. I mean, maybe go knock on the door, but no, for everybody listening, the National Association of Home Builders has meetings that are open to the public. Go for it.
Option number 2, and we've talked about this before. We've reached out to RGVBA.
Have we?
I mean, we have, right? Ever since we started this organization, we've talked about working together. That would be the easiest path path of least resistance, right? Like they say. Because essentially we have the energy, we have the numbers, we have an active board, we have active members. So as far as that's concerned, we're pushing the ball forward. We are, and I stand behind that statement 100%. That'd be the easiest route, and man, I'm gonna throw it out there. RGVBA, we're trying to do good things for builders. What about y'all?
Let's join forces.
Let's work together. Right? I've talked about it to the chairman on the other side. I haven't gotten a good response. I've brought it up to the executive director on the other side, and obviously not a good response. Why? If we're here for builders,
Nonprofit, we make no money.
if we're here for builders, then what's the problem? It's a very honest question, right? That would be the easiest thing to do. That would benefit all of the valley, everybody in the construction industry, if we had a say and a voice in at the state and national level.
And people are going to be wondering, okay, well, what are you trying to get across on the state and national level? And the items are limitless. They're endless. There's so many things that affect our bottom line. The time frames. The state of Texas just enacted a law that it requires the governing entity to get out a building permit within 45 days. I had a horrible experience with another city in another county. I took about 4 to 5 months to get a permit. It was insane. I won't get into the details, but it was insane. It was true.
I had to deal with something like that recently.
How do you even uphold your contract at that point? I
You
mean,
can't.
we deal in commodities, and the commodities are traded in the open market.
And then
know
you
what-
go,
we
They
know what the-
fluctuate.
we
you,
know
then
what
you
the
try
hell
and
that's
go
gonna
do
look like in
something
4 or 5
about it.
months.
It's just how we run things here right now.
Yeah, sorry, we don't have the capacity. Well, you know what? So now the state of Texas enacted a law to avoid that.
Yep.
And that's it, right?
And I'm
there-
sure it was builders from the Dallas area, the Austin area, the Houston area.
You know how I guarantee it wasn't from nobody here because we got no voice over there, guys. Partners, you guys are that have a double membership. Let's make it happen.
It's a shame.
Hey,
It's a shame.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, man. Board, RGVBA board, dude.
Let's have a round table.
Let's go have a lunch. Let's have a round table. We are all for it. We are all for whatever's gonna do, whatever's gonna help our industry here in the valley. That is the reality. We've proven it. I can understand the skepticism when we're first starting. What the hell are they doing? Why is this happening? Blah, 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 blah. Right? But we're 3 years in, and all we've shown is that we are just building everybody together united. That is all we've shown.
And Ronnie, we're financially healthy for a nonprofit,
Yeah.
right? The
Yes.
numbers are there. We're up on our taxes. We're
Thanks to
pristine.
everybody, right?
We're
Thanks
pristine.
to everybody.
Yes.
Thanks to everybody that's been a member. Thanks to the partners, the mats, the builders for stores, everybody.
We have
that's-
some solid partners that
that's
really
helped,
believe, man.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
We really do. Like how you were saying, from Mats to Valley Land, Lone Star, Bank of South Texas. We got Willow Bend. We got Encore Title. We got it's endless.
And
Top
just to
Texas
piggyback
title.
on that, one of
Top
the
Texas.
one of the main things that we were trying to do, and that we continue to do is create an environment of transparency. So
Yes. We have a board meeting on live.
if there's ever any questions about, well, where's the money going, what's going on with that, just reach out to me, to Mario, to anybody,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we'll show you the books. I mean, it's an open item. There's nothing going on that should trigger anything.
That's questionable.
You know, that's
So
exactly.
Eddie, Infinity, bro, you're my friend.
Call them.
I'm reaching out to you, bro. Let's get together. Let's see if we can work something out. Let's see if we can join forces.
And the thing about
I'm all for it.
Any true democracy, if you want to affect change, if you want to have a voice, if you're griping about 3-4 month delay, and you're wondering how can I change that, you need to have a voice.
Yeah.
You need to be able to vote. You need to have representation. You know,
Yeah.
who's representing your thoughts, your ideas, your concerns. If you don't have representation, what are you going to gripe about?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Whatever it takes, man, to get the valley, right, and to where it needs to be, as far as the construction industry is concerned, man, you got my full commitment. I can speak for the board, man. You got our full commitment. So
Mario.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you make a phone call and let's set up a face to face? That's what I tell my salespeople. Set up a face to face. Let's try to close this deal.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'll reach out.
call Eddie, bro.
Yeah, we'll call Eddie.
He's a good dude, man.
Why don't we bring Eddie on the podcast and hear what he has to say?
I'm down, Eddie, man. If you're down, Eddie, if you're down to get on the podcast, man, trust me, I don't bite.
What do you think, Mr. V? You know, let's get this clear. Mr. V, Ronnie, both of these gentlemen, and Efrain were on the board on the other organization. Am I right?
Yes.
That is correct.
That's correct.
All right. Well, I started that conversation, so please let us know.
I think it was. I'll say this. What was important to me? What was important to me was to have a say in my industry, and I didn't feel like I had a say, and so we started this. Right? And so that's just my opinion. You guys were on the board over there as well. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean
it's not Mexican water, I'll tell you that.
Aquapana. Mr. B?
I'll piggyback on that, and a big part of all of this happening was anybody that's doing this and that wants to do this long term, that has a true passion for the construction industry and has a true commitment to doing something right and doing something good within our community. I have kids. I mean, we talked about this a lot at the beginning. Is I want to have a positive impact on their future as well. So this is not a 1 year plan or 2 year plan, a 3 year plan for me. This is an infinity plan for myself and my family. So
Legacy.
We talked about legacy a lot. So we're trying to do something that will positively impact the industry, and what we don't realize, or sometimes we get caught up in our own little world in our office, and there's a bigger space. I mean, and you can affect change in a really large scale, but it doesn't happen on your own. You need a community, you need a group of people that have the same vision, that have the same thoughts, and you'd be surprised on what our little valley can accomplish in the next 10, 20 years if we all work together and if we have the proper voice with a proper representation.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
The little valley's not so little, right?
Yeah, it's not.
We're growing.
And I think it's good that we talk about this, right? We're not talking bad about the other organization.
No, of course
in any
not.
other way. Like, we're not trying to start problems or anything, but
Trying to join forces.
We want to join forces for the better of our community. We want to make sure that tomorrow is better than what it was yesterday. Especially what you said for our children. We always spoke about legacy. Now you got your oldest in A&M.
Yeah.
Like
engineering.
Engineering. It coexists exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And maybe later on we need to start. I know we had some engineering firms as our partners. We need more.
Yeah.
And we definitely need to focus on where we're going and how the Valley's innovating. And we as an organization, we're only stronger together, And I think that's what everybody's trying to say. We want to come together, want to be nationally recognized, and put people in those committees where our voices are heard, and where we can make a difference.
Yep.
The energy committees, the regulations committees. If we don't have a voice, we're going to be...
We need representation.
We do.
I went to that Builders First Source. They have like their own. You remember in Vegas? What was it called?
The builder show.
Like the builder show.
So one thing, and to piggyback off of what you said earlier, Zonda. We've all kind of heard of Zonda. They were there. They had some speakers, and they were like speaking about different regions, and they didn't have anything to say south of San Antonio, bro.
They think San Antonio's on the border.
They really do. And I was like, what the heck, man? Like, you telling me you don't know how the valley is booming? You know what I mean? Like, nothing south of San Antonio did they have. And that kind of just blew my mind away. And exactly what you said. We need representation so they could have data to know how the valley's doing.
Absolutely.
You can't have representation if you don't have camaraderie. And there was no sense of camaraderie between builders prior to this.
So no taxation without representation, or am I going back to elementary right now?
It's the truth.
No
It's the
taxation.
truth.
That's what is that Schoolhouse Rock? Or what?
Yes.
Start singing it.
Mr. V.
Yeah, let me give you my opinion. I wasn't really prepared for this, but
When Mr. V talks, you listen.
no, I like to speak from the bottom of my heart.
Let's do it.
And be honest.
Oh, you're very genuine, Mr.
I believe both organizations are good. I have a good conversation with Marcy, and I love her. I mean, I tell her you are the cornerstone, and we love the person you are. You're very organized, and what STBA is offering is something different. I always look at it as two different organizations that have something good to offer for the builders and all the partners. And as we all know, and a lot of the partners know, a lot of us are the same people, same builders. You have title companies, banks, mortgage companies, they're the same. You know, we see each other on both events. So I think we have the same purpose. And what I see here, that if we're going to approach RGBBA, well, we need to have a plan. What is it exactly that we're looking for? Well, we want representation. What kind of representation? But nationwide, statewide. So what is the purpose of having both? I think I like that idea. There's two organizations that offer two different things. What we're doing here is totally different, and I always express my thoughts because I've always been very honest with RGBBA and this organization. So, but the idea of becoming one, or joining, or perhaps having some advisory boards or something like that, it could something that perhaps we could look into it. Of course, you need to put everything on the table. You know, how's the membership going to work, the director's position, or anything else that might come on board, and try to present a plan that would work on benefit of both. And I guess what we're trying to accomplish is the recognition and be able to be more involved. But we don't want to lose what we have. We can always say, well, go and be a member of RGBBA. That's what you want. But not really. We want to be recognized, and we like what we have. We like what's going on. So how can we make it one? And if we can figure out all those things and always be honest and always put in God first, you know, for guidance, and we're good people. I mean, we're builders. We do the same thing. We're not hiding anything. We're not trying to take over anything. All we're trying to do is help each other. And we're honest with what we feel. I like to serve. I serve in church. I serve in different things because I like serving. I like helping. And I know Roel, you know, also likes to serve. And a lot of you guys, you know, yeah, we're here to make money, but also we're here because we like what we do, and we like helping. So with that mentality, we can meet, you know, Eddie, and we can, Marcy, you know, she's the director. We have to respect her opinion and things of that nature. And perhaps, you know, the part of some misunderstandings happened in the past, and we need to leave that in the past. You just have to see how we can work together. I see that can that happen? Yes, that is possible. And so what I'm saying is, before we do anything, we need to have a plan as to how do you feel that it can work. But look at everything, you know, memberships, director's position, everything that we have as to how this is possible. Of course, the organization is bringing members, bringing money into the organization. So that is good. But now, how do we see the future moving forward? The membership dues are different, but we do have a lot of sponsors, partners that are the same. And everything needs to be taken into consideration.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Agree with you 100%.
Couldn't have said that any better.
Yeah, right on
Yeah.
the
I think-
And just to make it very clear, we are open to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Ronnie, one thing that probably we need to do sometimes, I like to be humble. And sometimes perhaps you as the chairman, you perhaps need to go and talk to Marcy. So Marcy, if I ever did anything, say anything, I'm sorry. Marcy. I'm sorry. I'm here. I want to work with you. You were a board member. You women were a board member. You guys can go and talk. She's a good lady. She's good.
Well, I think you need to go with him, Mr. V.
Probably-
You go time you go, tell me how it goes. And
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
I will humble
Perhaps there was
myself. I will
something.
humble myself for the
Humble
better of the
pie.
whole, for
Yeah.
sure.
Perhaps there was something that you said.
1,000%.
No, you're very wise
know,
words.
but I know,
Mr.
but I know myself, and I know my heart, and I know where my intentions are, and I can tell you with 100% sincerity, they're in the right place. They have been always.
Yes.
So if that's what it takes, if it takes for me to go and apologize for whatever may be a misunderstanding, I'm happy to do it.
I think so. I think, because when I found out everything and all the reasons that happened from the beginning, I think all we had to do is have a meeting and discuss those issues. Apparently decisions were made, but I don't want to look in the past. What I want to see is this is how we can move forward.
Yeah.
And that visit with you and her, I think could make a big difference.
Set it up. Set it up. I'm down. Let's set it up. I'm down to do
I mean,
it.
Wise words, Mr. Anoa.
No, they are very wise words, and I like something that you said because I've heard this from multiple different people, not just yourself, that there's a lot of people that don't believe that we should join forces. There's a lot of people that believe that we should keep trucking where we're at. Even if the thing is to join and be nationally recognized, that we should find a way to get nationally recognized by ourselves, because you're about maybe the 6th, 7th person that I've heard say, I like the fact that you all do things different. I like the fact that I have the option to think maybe I should go over there or maybe I should go over here. And one of them was like, what if I don't want to be part of that organization? I want to be part of this organization. So it's a good thing that you said that, because it would be something to think about, and then you'd be forcing people to be part of something if some people don't want to be part of that, and they'll just stray away. There's a lot of people that really believe in the SCBA movement. I had somebody reach out to me recently and tell me that he really believes that this is the new wave. And he's like, this is the reason that I left and joined you all. He's like, and I don't want anything to do with that organization. Not to say anything bad about that organization, or anyway, I have nothing bad to say about anybody. But it's something to think about, because there's people that have pride and have put a lot of time into this, And I think that it would be kind of neglecting that if we did just,
well, let's start conversation. Let's see where it leads.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day, I think all that can be figured out.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I'm the first to say I'm not bigger than this organization. I am just the chairman for a short amount of time. That's all.
So just put everything on the table. What is it that we want to accomplish by joining the organization, by being one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be for the benefit? Will things change? Are we going to miss what we have?
Mm-hmm.
So everything needs to be considered.
Yeah.
Because there are two organizations. There are some similarities. The goal is the same.
The goal is the same. Yes, sir.
The only thing is things are done here a little bit different. We communicate on a daily basis. We're helping each other. Can it happen? Can we, one organization, do it and continue what we got right now? Maybe we will. But this.
I love what he said. We communicate on a daily basis, and there's nothing further from the truth than that.
Yes.
That's true.
every day.
Every day.
It's active.
Every day.
It is. It really is. But we do need that recognition, man. Okay, but let's explore both options, Mario. Still, let's take that trip down to Capitol Hill, and as many people as want to join us, because with numbers is where it works. right?
Definitely.
Make it happen.
We can
But,
walk and chew gum at the same time, and we'll do both.
That what?
We'll walk and chew gum at the same time. We can do both.
You can do
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Right? Absolutely. We're going to do it.
What?
The dates that you're looking at, are they next year?
No.
No.
ASAP.
We're looking to see when they have their next meeting. Oh my God, the Russian himself.
Oh.
Come on in.
Oh man.
An OG.
Okay, so anybody else want to give any input?
Well,
on,
if you're going to look at the first option, you need to have someone that you're going to go meet. I mean, you need to have some names. We need to open some doors before we got there. We need to have a door waiting for us.
Have a meeting set up.
So we need to talk to some political people that knows people from Washington or the state, wherever that is that we plan to go. We just don't want to go knocking on the door that is closed, but we want to hope that there is at least somebody waiting for us out there. And I know some of
There's
you
a
guys
schedule.
know political people. from
There's a
different
schedule
cities.
when it's open.
I got a question, and right now it's a board meeting, right? I had a guy that he's looking to sign up to be potentially a board member, and he asked what the requirements were for every board member. He was like, "So what is it that every board member has to do?" And I was like, "Well, at the moment, nothing other than get people to come in." And he was like, "Okay."
Oh, wow. Do you said that? Wrong answer.
Hey man, I'm being honest.
Keep on going.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. So the thing is, that he said this. He goes, he remembered the meeting that we had at London Bar and Tavern, and he said that there should be a restriction to board members on being present on meetings, and there should be something that every board member should do throughout the year to benefit SCBA. He's like, there should be a task that every board member should have. What's the point of being a board member if you're not putting in something for the organization?
Who's this? What are you talking
Mr. Ruiz.
about? Oh, gotcha.
I didn't think he was wrong. It's just something that I'm letting everybody know because there's people asking, what is it that we're doing as a board, right? And he was like, okay, you have 7, 8 board members. Each person should have a task. Not just
Tried that at the beginning, right? We had committees. Every board member had their own committee, right, David?
Yeah.
David was part of that. Yeah, we had that at the beginning. It was committees. Everybody was a co-chairman, I guess, of a
Yeah.
committee,
Yeah,
that's
right?
right.
It was like
It got a little out of hand. It was a little much for
Too many
Yeah,
committees.
it was a
right
it
now.
was
How
a-
many
too
committees
much.
do we have that are active other than the gallery?
we only have the gallery.
Mario, that only
We had like
creates
3.
red tape. That's all he does.
What's that?
All those little committees.
yeah.
I don't think there should be committees, but I could see everybody having a task.
Everybody-
Like the task could be Julio's super adamant about becoming nationally recognized.
Thank you, sir.
So why not make that something that should be, hey, you know what, Julio looked into who we need to go talk to. Julio looked into what we need, who are the people that we need to get in contact with. Now we're going.
The answer
Does
is
that make sense?
The answer is yes, Mario.
You know-
we
you know-
did. We did.
you know,
I was
I'm-
on the contracts
it's just
committee
a-
with David, as
and
was
myself.
Servando.
I was on the ethics.
He was on
Yeah.
the ethics committee.
Hey,
So
hey,
to answer your
I was
question,
actually on the ethics
No.
committee too.
but you know
Mario,
what, Mario,
Mario.
that's a great idea. We do need the ED to help us organize all that stuff because it's a lot. We're board members. It's on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need your organization, and we got your back. I mean, if that's what needs to be done,
You have
let's
the
do it.
vision, you're our only paid employee.
You're
You
our
have a
organizer.
vision, You're our organizer.
Bro.
And if you feel like, hey, we could do this to be better, you know what I mean?
We're up for
At the
it.
end of the day, yeah, I mean, we're up for it. Hey, and also whenever the date's coming for DC, let me know, dude. There's maybe something I could do to help with some congressmen to go knock on their door, you know,
Yeah.
that represent us. Because we have other people in the Monica.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I was about
we
to.
have other. We have
we talked
Vicente,
about that,
we have
Mario.
Henry. I know Henry Cuellar is super receptive. One of my best friends has a direct line with him. That and Henry Cuellar has a lot of influence in DC.
Yeah.
You know, probably more than Monica at the moment. You know, and it's like we could definitely make this happen.
It's good, guys. It's going to happen.
My uncle.
I guarantee you, it's going
I'm
to
joking
happen.
with you.
Tu primo.
It's a joke, guys. I forgot we're live.
Royals related to everybody.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. The energy that exists in this organization, it's just a matter of time, but it's going to happen, right? So,
I think we're going the right directions. I mean, if you know people, Congress or senators, or whatever it is, does anybody else on the board have any connections, political connections? Then you need to speak out, and
Hey,
that's what we need
yep.
to take in consideration. And then
Put
Julio,
a date, you know.
Julio can can be part of this. This is like a committee, that we're forming right now, and of course, but it goes back also with all the respect to Mario. You as a director, just be on it. You're a full-time employee. You can have as many committees as you might have, but at the end of the day, it is the responsibility of the director to be organized and make things happen, and that's how this organization is going to grow with your leadership as a director, and that's what I have a lot of respect. Like I said to Marcy, she's a good director. She's moving things around for the organization, and that's where you come in as a DD. you know, maybe one day you meet Marcy and go have lunch or something. But she's
Go take her to lunch.
She's a good lady.
I know Marcy.
Yeah.
I've known Marcy since I was a kid.
Here's what I want to
yeah,
be
I love
I want to be very clear on how that works, right? Because I think it's important for the longevity of this organization. Is the executive director, okay? Based on our bylaws, and it's funny that we have our attorney here, Mr. David Flores. Our bylaws clearly state that the executive director works for the board. Okay, and the decisions that are made by the board, the executive director has to execute. Okay, so it is not. It is. You do not have the full power to do whatever you want. Right. The power is given to you by the members of the board. Right. That is the way it works.
And then the members vote in the board members.
And the
So they
members
have
vote in the board members.
And that's
And
how it
then the
goes.
board members vote the executive board, right? So that's the way it works. It's a balance of power, so to speak, that we try to create by creating the bylaws and meeting hours and hours and hours to try to get it right so that the longevity is there.
Yeah.
So that's the way it works. Just want to be really clear about that for whoever gets voted in next. I think that's important. Cool.
You wanna touch?
Yeah. Anybody
base on
else?
the
Anybody else on national recognition? No. Okay.
Gallery date.
I'm gonna move on to gallery dates, and we're actually going to vote on this topic. I'm good with moving the dates a little bit further back. We've talked about doing November, the first and second weekend in November, or doing the last 2 weekends in October. It's up for discussion.
I motion for November 4th through 5th and November 11th through 12th for the gallery show.
I mean, I would say if we're gonna move it, a week or two isn't a huge difference. I mean, if you're gonna move it to November.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
November.
Yeah.
Anybody want to second that?
I second that.
Okay. We got two motions. Everybody in favor,
Aye.
say aye.
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 All right.
I wanted to keep it on October.
You want to keep it October.
Yeah,
So nay.
I want to go nay on that.
1, 2, 3.
So we have. You said yes.
Okay.
Efren, how do you feel about that?
November?
If you want October, perhaps we can discuss some dates and
Before we vote,
Okay.
let's discuss dates.
Let's
Yeah,
have two options.
let's discuss dates.
Let's
before
scratch
we
those
vote.
motions and skip
Yes.
go back a little bit and,
I'm being
let's talk about it.
And I'm gonna be
and the vote looked like a tie vote, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's okay.
And that's where he comes
Yeah,
in.
no worries.
Break
That's why
the-
we're here.
Break the tie. But I'm gonna be a little selfish. The first week of November is my birthday. So, I'm just kidding. It is, but no, I don't care. No, I'm thinking, in November, people are going to start going a little bit, travel.
chill mode.
And chill mode. That's my train of thought. The people that have already paid. They're in their mind prepping for these weeks. Yeah. Okay, they have paid. Yeah. There's no reason to go back and change. I think Paco brings a good point. But if we got people that can be at 15, maybe we could do a week or two so that we can get these people to finish up, because there's always going to be two different sides every time. You're never going to have everybody 100%. Never.
What about to balance it? What about the last weekend in October, first weekend in November?
Let's take a look at it right
So
now.
it would be October 28th and 29th, and then November 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October is Halloween. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But Halloween lands on a Tuesday.
Oh, it was on a
31st.
Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
So we could
So-
do that October 28th, 29th, November 4th and 5th.
28.
On a Tuesday, like my kids say. I don't know why they do that. On a Tuesday.
It's a song, sir.
Is it? But is it British?
No.
Why do they say it? Why do they say it British?
You
British
need to ask
style?
that.
29 in the first week.
Kids.
That's your.
Is that okay with you? You
Call
will
me.
vote in favor on that?
Call me, please.
So October 28th, 29th, and November 4th and 5th.
Somebody wants to make the motion on the last week and
motion.
first week?
A motion for October 28th and 29th, and November 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
You second the motion?
Anybody want to second that?
You good with that?
I'm okay with
Sergio second. Open for discussion.
Yes.
That works with
No
you.
discussion?
Who's second?
Yes.
Sergio. Everybody in favor say aye.
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 October 28th.
Motion passes.
Where's your gavel, Ron?
Nadie
Hit the
nunca.
mic.
Güey, nunca me compraron un pinche martillo.
They're still trying to get you makeup and
No gavel?
hair.
No makeup, no hair, no gavel.
Well, you don't need the hair.
Me tienen bien sufrido.
You may need the makeup, but not the hair. But not the hair.
Oh, for sure. Actually, no makeup, Botox, please.
And
Oh.
this is what it's about. For everybody that asked me, what is it being on the board and stuff? Like, this is what it's about. Like, these
Yeah.
guys are making decisions for this to happen.
And coming together, see, we were
yeah.
about
Yeah, and it's okay.
Everybody
We're
has
about to have different
different
minds.
opinions.
And
Every and the discussions are needed, guys.
Yeah.
And everybody here, Ronnie's always said it. Don't feel like you can't voice yourself, especially if you like the board. Like, everyone here is their own boss.
leave
We
your what at the
compromise.
door.
Yeah.
Leave your what at the door.
We've talked about it 1,000
Many.
times, Julio.
Many.
You check your ego at the door. Right?
Now,
That's,
and I'll
that's not
say-
what it's about here.
We also, I mean, we encourage membership to, voice their opinions also.
Yes.
I mean, we're coming up, for elections soon, so we're a voice of the membership, right? So if you have a concern, you have an idea, you have a comment, throw it out there.
And that was the reason for the
Yuli,
discussion.
we have any comments on Facebook? Yes, we do. Oh, okay. Cool. Let's hear them.
Any questions, Ulysses?
Yeah, we saw that. I saw that. Lisa sent me a picture that they love.
We already sent them an invoice.
They said that they just love the transparency and they wanna join.
That's awesome.
And
Good.
this is what it is, guys. Like the board makes the decisions, and it's my job to execute those decisions. And this is what SCBA is. Like, I mean, for anybody that's wondering.
So you're having a board meeting live. We got Mr. Eduardo, a member here, just chilling, hanging out. You got our attorney chilling, hanging out. Anybody can come.
Anybody, yeah.
Anybody. Anybody at any given time. You got an idea? Bring it up to us. We'll have a meeting just for you. Better than Joe Rogan. Yeah, we will. We'll have a meeting just for you. What else do you want to discuss? You want to bring something up? You want to have a whatever it is. Ron, I mean, the chairman just gives out good vibes. Everybody follows. And we're just a united board. Plain and simple.
A good example is right now we just compromise.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with have different ideas. If
That's
everybody
right.
just follows, then all these people are not needed. Love it.
Yeah. Cool, man. Okay. Motion passed. Gallery dates have been adjusted.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you put that on the chat. And by the way, we have some people that don't get on the chat, so we might need to reach out. We need two forms of communication. Are we sending emails?
No.
We
We're
should.
not.
We need to start doing it.
That was a huge thing that I
We got in
I
trouble
wanted
for recently.
Yeah.
And we do have a thread. I created a thread, so it's
Okay.
just about starting to sending them.
That's
Yeah,
good.
cool. Communication is the most important part of any relationship. Amen. All right.
We're on C. Phil Martin Villanueva's
Yeah.
position.
This is going to be a quick one. This is going to be a quick one, guys. We just need to take a vote on this. Mr. Martin Villanueva, who we appreciate and respect dearly. We admire him for being who he's been in this industry. He decided that he thought that his brother Emilio would serve a little bit better on the board and give a little bit more have a little bit more of an impact, and we were all for it. So
A motion to approve.
Motion to approve Mr. Villanueva as the seventh board member has been brought to us by Roel Moreno. Anybody else want a second?
I'll second that. Mr. B.
Julio seconding that. Open for discussion. No discussion. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Mr. Villanueva, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on board.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you
We
so
appreciate
much,
it.
Mr. Villanueva. Honestly, I mean, I look up to you a lot.
Thank you.
You're a
I
great
appreciate
asset. You're a great asset.
We've gotten
I
to know
like
each other.
serving. I like helping, and that's what I like doing.
Good.
My brother is good. I love my brother. He's been a good example for me. I look after him, and it's not easy to fill his shoes.
Yeah.
I love my brother.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We all You know, we all know that we heard this story through the podcast.
The first podcast.
What a beautiful thing.
First
Truly,
podcast.
right? To be able to see that
Back
from a
on
personal perspective. That's really cool.
What podcast is this, Mario?
19.
All right.
19.
19. Term limits.
Yeah. Okay. So the last topic on new business is term limits. Roel wanted to bring this up. Go for it, man. What's your opinion?
This December, I'm up, right, for the 3 years. So it's 3 non-executive board members that are up. So right now we're on 3-year and 4-year terms. Ronnie and I were speaking, right? We think it should maybe be 2-year terms, obviously staggered. Also, another thing, guys, I am not going to seek re-election. So I know some of y'all that do want to be on the board. I highly encourage you all. I mean, get with these board members or myself or Mario. And if you have any questions, and I mean, this is a great organization. It's great to be part of something bigger than yourself, you know? And it's like, I always reminisce on the times like when we started. I remember being at your place all the time till like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. My wife was like, ¿Qué estás haciendo? I said, babe, you know what? Come with me. I brought her one day. She never came again. You know what I mean? She was like boring. But till 1 in the morning, you know, David, you were there, David. You remember those days, those long nights when we started this, you know? And it's like literally like talking about fees and dues. Like we all just put up some money and that's how we started. You know, I'll never forget it, man. It's just something great to be with Sarate. I mean, I love shout out Sarate, and it's just it's amazing, man. You know, it's so amazing to see what this has become. And the reason I'm stepping down is because I am seeking election for city councilman in the city of Alamo, Texas. God willing, to win, and thank you all for your support. And I just want y'all to know that, you know, that's the reason my energy and right now has really been taken up by this election, and I want to give somebody else the opportunity to bring in some input here to the SCBA, you know, whoever wants to do it. Just do it, guys.
Man,
I'm sure I'm at. So what do you think, Rodney?
We support you 100%. I don't know who Rodney is, but
that's my plumber.
What's going on, bro?
All good.
Es el tío.
Es otro vato, güey. We support you 100%, bro. So
means a lot.
Yeah, no, and we appreciate the work that you've done so far.
And thank you, Roy.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Honestly, man, working with y'all has been it's just been humbling, man. You know, all of you, I love you guys so much. That's how you said, you know. I mean, before I used to just drive by and see your signs, and I think we would see each other's signs.
Yeah.
And now we have each other's personal number. We need to get Efren's personal number. No, I'm joking.
For real. That's weird. I wonder who I've been texting.
It was. I saw it.
No wonder.
No wonder.
Oh my God.
Who's this? I don't have this number recorded.
But you know, guys, it's just crazy, man. We all have a brotherhood, you know. Julio calls me, hey, bro, I'm from Alamo, man. Whatever you need, hey, Ronnie, shot me a donation. Like, it's just Mr. Villanueva, you know, like all of y'all, like the supports and all of y'all. It's just been so humbling, you know, to be part of this. Like, it makes me genuinely happy, bro.
Do you want to cry?
I do.
Oh.
Nah, but honestly, guys, you know, just thank you all so much. It's been a fun 3 years.
Good.
Thank you, Roy.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you, brother. Open comments?
I guess he made a comment on the term. Are we gonna
Ronnie,
leave
what
the
do you
term
think,
as it
Ronnie?
is, or?
Sorry, guys. I was just reading a text from my daughter.
What do you think on the term limits, Chairman?
Do we leave it as is, or do we change it?
Okay, so right now, just to be real clear, the term limits are 3 years. The only reason that the executive board is 4 years the first time around was to stagger.
I thought there were 4.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
3 year
always
terms.
it's gonna be 3-year terms. As soon as the executive board gets filled, it's 3 years.
Every year
Moving
after
forward
that.
from here on out.
Term
That's what we
limits.
decided. We got the attorney here. So it's a 3-year term limit. In my opinion, guys, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask of somebody. 3 years is really a big commitment. I'm telling you from personal experience, and we put a lot of time into this.
Yeah, like this is not easy, guys. Like I don't think that anybody understands the amount of time everybody puts in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm open to doing 2 years, but it's not my decision. I'm interested to hear the positives and the pros and cons on that. How you guys feel about it?
There's pros and cons for everything. Whatever the board wants to do, I'm all for it. It doesn't matter to me. What I'm worried about is, are people going to want to, fill in the board position, because we're heading by the end of the year or next year, we're gonna go into national. It's gonna take a lot of work. Okay. Yeah. So whatever I can do to help, even after the fact, you know, I'm ready to help. But
No, you're going with me, bro.
no, I'm saying after the fact because I know we're gonna make it happen. There's gonna be a lot of work in the interim. We need people that are gonna be ready to, you know, with the boots on the ground, right? Like go over there, knock on doors, present, research, all that stuff.
It's going to require.
It's gonna require
effort.
some work for sure. Yeah,
Get closer. Get closer.
you got to be on the.
Well, just you guys can talk about. There's a difference between limiting the term and term limits.
Okay.
Okay, so David said there's a difference between.
Three to two, but how many times can I be reelected to the board? That's term limits.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. The limit of the term. Right now, we're discussing the limit of the term.
The duration of the term.
Yes.
There's a difference from duration
Over and over.
Yeah.
and term limits, right? Duration would be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Term limits is one term, two terms, 3 terms, 4 terms, 5 terms.
Times 3 or 2, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now it's unlimited.
Right now, it is unlimited. The term limit is unlimited. The duration of the term is 3 years. We're currently discussing the limit of the term.
The duration.
The duration of the term is currently 3 years. That's what we're discussing.
So we do definitely need term limits for sure.
So the duration of the term is 3 years. It's 3 years. Term limits, I don't care. I know that I'll probably just do 2 if the people allow me to, and always be willing and able to pitch in any information and continue to volunteer in anything that's needed.
Yeah. The most important thing for me as a chairman is to make sure that this organization exceeds what our initial expectations were, right? That's all. And so if that requires 2 years, great. If it's 3 years, great. If it's term limits, great. But we need to talk about it.
There's one thing that they say is something is not broken, we're trying to fix it. I think that if we have 3 years, 3 years is fine. If you want to leave at 2 or at 1, you can always resign, and then the board can fill that gap for the remainder term.
That's true.
And then the election will happen after the 3 years.
Yeah.
That is my honest opinion.
Yeah, I think we can do that. And then term limits, we can do 2 terms, right? Just regular, just what the norm that everybody typically does, right? 2 terms, right? Because I think it's going to be burdensome. Like, I don't think I could do more than 2 years. That's just me personally, because especially if you're going to be a good board member, you got to be willing and able to answer the calls, do the meetings, do the research, you know. And if we're going to go to the national, because I know we are you willing to present and be knowledgeable? I don't want this to be a popularity contest because, hey, everybody knows Julio, everybody knows Ronnie. No. Vote on merit.
Who's got the energy to actually carry this organization forward?
And is an eloquent speaker, willing to communicate and convey the message, manifest everything that has been discussed. I mean, if we're going to go national, we need top notch. No popularity contest. But, yeah, I think 2 terms is going to be normal, right? That's the norm, I think.
Going back to what Mr. V said, just putting it on layman's terms, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Who feels that way?
On what? On the term limits?
On the duration of term.
Duration, I think
we
3.
should leave duration the same. Just put term limits. Maybe 3 term limits. That's 9 years.
That's 9 years.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I guess we can.
I don't know that I'm interested in right now voting on term limits. I'm more interested in voting on limit of term.
The duration?
The duration.
The duration of the term. Anybody want to change the bylaws on that at this point?
I think 3 years is fine as is.
No?
Yeah, I think
I thought we were at 4 years. I thought it was just the first time it was 3, then 4.
The executive.
When we spoke earlier, I told you 4.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 years, and I was like, 4 is a lot.
Only the first time. Just want to make that clear. Only the first time.
To stagger.
And then just to stagger. Yeah. So if this is not going to get voted on today, we're going to table this topic. Is everybody okay with that?
Absolutely.
Table it.
No, we can vote and say, what do you want to do?
I just think, the term limits, man. I think 9 years is a lot for somebody, you know. This is what I think. We're here today, and when we all started this organization, we have a vision of it superseding us. You know what I mean?
Of course.
30, 40 years from now. So I think it's very important for us to, as we originally did the bylaws, make sure that in the future we don't have a problem that somebody wants to be here forever.
Yeah.
You know, like I think another thing, you know, will
Hey man,
change when it
I'm
came-
sorry if Ronnie wants to be here forever, bro. I'm letting him be here forever.
I don't think he wants to.
I need you
Let
on the
me make this
podcast,
very
bro.
clear, bro.
All
I can't be
agree.
here forever.
Yay.
That's a lot of work.
But also I think it was a good thing that we changed originally. You know, now the executive director is an at-will employee. You know,
Always
those
been.
are
Always
Oh
been.
yes, at the beginning, yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
always been.
You know, we just elaborated on it. You know, so I think, my opinion, yeah, just 3 terms. I don't know what you all think.
I mean,
Then you go into. I think we could do it at later because then you get into either consecutive terms or non-consecutive terms. Meaning, if you're voted right now, and then you say, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back, and then you get voted in again. Is that the only one? But if the people want you, it just gets very technical.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at 3 years. I'm saying as we have, and we'll discuss term limits at a later time because I don't think. At least for me, I could tell you, there's people here. I don't think I'll do more than 2 years. I mean, 2 terms, honestly, right? Honest. I don't know how he feels. I don't know how everybody feels. This is not a political position. You know
Yeah,
what I
we're
mean?
not. I don't have their own agenda. You know, everybody has a. What do you think, Ronnie?
I
but
think,
I think
if this is something we're interested in doing, let's get with council and to talk about those details and then present them for vote, and then we'll go from there.
So we're educated correctly.
Sorry.
I would say, I mean, if you're not interested and you don't necessarily have to take it, is there something that says that you have to take the position?
No.
I mean, you can be voted 3 or 4 terms, but if you decline,
You want to hang your gloves?
you know,
hang
just
your
say,
gloves.
hey, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Vote somebody else.
Daniel, at the meeting where that's done, you decline the nomination.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I think we should leave it as is. And if you don't want it, you don't have to necessarily
That's
take
true.
it.
There's nothing to be fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Mr. V. There's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just leave it
I
as
will
is for
stop
now.
running, bro.
Pull yourself out.
Trust me. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So,
You put a lot of time away.
okay, cool. So we're gonna table that topic. No vote on it. Thank you, Royal. Appreciate you bringing it up. Next topic of conversation. Actually, that was all new business.
Yes, sir.
We are now open comments. Anybody want to bring anything up?
Anything on? Has anybody commented or not? Do we have any?
Yeah,
I'm not
them
sure.
already.
I'm not connected to.
I checked it.
No?
That was it.
Yeah.
The only comment I want to make is that when we meet with the rest of the builders, whether it's through a luncheon or any other meetings, perhaps having a box or something for comments or suggestions, questions, open the floor to the people, encourage them to participate and tell us how they feel. Having open forum so that they can speak. And some people, they may not gonna get up, so having a box or something where they can drop their suggestions, or I mean, maybe that's the old way. Maybe you do it through email or some other source, but
we can fax and comment.
Yeah. Send a fax, please.
But people need to speak
Paloma.
out, and they need to know that their opinion counts, and that way they feel more involved, and show appreciation to all the members and all the organizations, the sponsors that we have. Perhaps one day we can have something to show them our appreciation as well.
Absolutely.
What about any upcoming workshops or any upcoming events that we have scheduled?
At the moment, we don't have anything scheduled for this particular month. I know that we were trying to get something going. Floor and Decor has been trying to get something going with them. I know that you were pushing as well to get with Central, right?
They wanted to host
Yes.
a workshop. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We haven't got anything solidified. So as soon as I do get something solidified, I'll definitely put it on the chat and send out the emails and all
Is
that
there
good
any
stuff.
upcoming meetings that we have? Membership meetings?
No, sir. No. Everything's being directed to the gallery at the moment.
Cool. So, with that being said,
Anything else? Open discussion. Yuli. Oh, good.
We got a partner saying to open it up beyond builders and gain different perspectives.
For what?
I don't know. That was the board.
I'm be glad to give my opinion on this. No,
We originally made it just for builders.
a builder organization should be ran by builders.
Yeah, I agree. That's the origin of it.
Yeah,
I mean, make a committee for them.
for sure.
Yeah, I think we had discussed that with Robert, who was a member.
RGB inspection.
RGB inspections.
Yeah, great. They're a great partner.
Very vocal too.
I do business with them. We had spoken with Robert last time at Killers Golf.
Yes.
And he agreed with that as well, that we keep it a builder board member. However, an advisory board with committee chairs.
That is correct. That would help.
That's beautiful.
All committee chairs and advisory boards should be the chairs of those should be the partners.
Yep.
That is a balance of power, in my opinion. But a builder organization should be ran by builders. That's my opinion.
There you go.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we started it.
That's why we started it.
Yep.
We got to take pride in our industry.
That is right.
Hey, it's been a journey.
It has been a great
It's
journey.
been a crazy
God
journey.
damn.
It's been a ride.
God damn.
Who would have thought, right? When we first started,
Yeah.
a handful of builders with just a vision, right?
Yeah.
And in the past 2-3 years, it's definitely grown and in a positive direction, and it's only going to keep getting better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Royal said it best, man. When I went to that first meeting, it was man, I've seen your signs. That was really impactful for me. I got to get to know a bunch of my colleagues that I didn't know prior to that, but I knew they were doing well, and I respected them for the amount of work that they had. Right? VS signs everywhere, right? CJE signs everywhere. It was nice to see. And it was nice to get to know everybody on a personal level. That's what it's about. That was the energy that originally sparked the whole organization. So
Fun.
it's been fun so far. Good times. All right, guys.
I think we're good.
I think that's all of
Motion
open
to
discussion. Anybody want a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Everybody in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it.